confirmed number of coronavirus cases in Los Angeles County comes to 1,194,242. The confirmed number of deaths reaches 21,554. Here in Torrance, the total number of confirmed cases is 6,728, with total confirmed deaths at 174. Welcome to COVID-19 Today. I'm Rhiannon Chertanich. It's 4 p.m. on Tuesday, March 2nd. Los Angeles County daily coronavirus numbers are now back to where they were pre-surge levels. Data shows that daily COVID-19 case counts are the lowest they've been in months, with fewer than 1,000 new cases reported on Monday and 1,407 new cases today. The county's public health director, Dr. Barbara Ferrer, says it's decreased in all three major indicators, which includes new cases, hospitalizations, and deaths, and that the county is overall moving in the right direction. The county's daily test positivity rate is at 3%, with the state's 14-day test positivity rate at 2.6%. And COVID-19 cases among healthcare workers also at their lowest since the pandemic began. Dr. Ferrer says it's all proof that the vaccinations are leading to significant decreases in new infections. Los Angeles County, which has nearly 10 million residents, which is about a quarter of the entire state's population, has had nearly 1.2 million confirmed COVID-19 cases and more than 21,000 deaths related to the virus. Tonight, a virtual town hall meeting is scheduled to take place beginning at 6 p.m. Featured speakers include Dr. Muntu Davis, LA County's health officer, Dr. Eloisa Gonzalez, the Director of Cardiovascular and School Health at LA County Public Health, and Dr. Naman Shah, Associate Chief of Healthcare Outreach at the county's Public Health. California Governor Gavin Newsom, along with several legislative leaders, met on Monday to provide an update on the state's vaccine efforts and new agreements aimed at getting most public school children back in the classrooms by the end of March. Newsom announced school districts could receive up to $6.6 billion if they reopen classrooms by March 31st. Monday's news conference was held at Franklin Elementary School in Elk Grove Unified School District, the fifth largest in the state. Under the new deal reached, $2 billion would fund safety measures to support in-person instruction, such as personal protective equipment, ventilation upgrades, and COVID-19 testing. Then $4.6 billion would fund expanded learning opportunities, such as summer school, tutoring, and mental health services. These funds are designed to empower schools to develop, execute, and expand programs to address social, emotional, mental health, and academic needs of the students. All public schools would be required to offer in-person instruction to grades K through 2nd and for high-need students in all grades by the end of the month. Otherwise, schools would lose 1% of eligible funds for every day they are not. Now, schools in the state's red tier or better would be required to offer in-person instruction to all students in all elementary grades and at least one middle or high school grade. Governor Newsom also announced at least 10% of all vaccines in the state would be reserved for teachers and school staff. The Biden administration continues to work with states to improve their coronavirus vaccine signups as many Americans express frustrations over the difficulty of scheduling an appointment. White House COVID-19 response coordinator Jeff Zients told reporters that he thinks it's still too difficult to schedule an appointment. Websites have experienced technical glitches, crashes, and phone lines have been inundated with callers, and people have complained of not being able to find an open appointment. Zients says that while the Biden administration has increased the number of vaccinators and vaccination sites, they want to help states to ensure the technology systems can handle the increased capacity and new demand. So far, nearly 50 million people across the country have received at least one dose of a coronavirus vaccine. Pharmaceutical healthcare company Merck Co has been tapped to help produce its rival Johnson & Johnson's newly approved coronavirus vaccine. According to the Biden administration, the White House is looking to speed up the production of the single-dose vaccine. Johnson & Johnson Vice President Richard Nettles told lawmakers last week that the company faced significant challenges because of its highly complex manufacturing process. Merck is expected to help J&J meet its production commitments and expand supply even more. Merck halted its own plans to develop a coronavirus vaccine earlier this year, finding that their candidates were generating less than successful immune system responses compared with other vaccines. Instead, the company said it would focus its efforts on developing treatments for COVID-19. The U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention is offering a snapshot view of what COVID-19 looks like throughout the country. On their website, the CDC's COVID-19 tracking includes how many cases of COVID-19 so far, how many total vaccines have been administered, how many COVID cases there have been in the last 30 days, and how many deaths across the U.S. CDC Director Dr. Rochelle Walensky warned that states could face a fourth surge as restrictions continue to lift in many states. She said COVID-19 numbers have stalled in several states, leveling off at 70,000 daily cases and 2,000 daily deaths across the country. She said now is not the time to relax the critical safeguards that are in place that we know could stop the spread of COVID-19 in our communities, not when we are so close. The country has a new education secretary as the Senate voted on Monday to confirm Miguel Cardona. Cardona, a former public school teacher who went on to become Connecticut's education chief, received a 64-33 vote. The changing of guards takes place as President Joe Biden continues to push for reopening of schools during the pandemic. Cardona will be tasked with guiding schools through the reopening process and sharing best practices on how to teach during the pandemic. While Cardona's new post will have limited authority to force schools to reopen, he will play a critical role in achieving Biden's goals to have a majority of elementary schools open 5 days a week within his first 100 days in office. The U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention released a roadmap for getting students back on campus safely, which included mask wearing, social distancing, and other strategies to keep students and staff safe. On National Read Across America Day, Dr. Seuss Enterprises announced 6 of their popular books will stop publication due to racist and insensitive imagery. Those books include The Cat's Quizzer, McElligot's Pool, On Beyond Zebra, Scrambled Egg Super, and To Think That I Saw It on Mulberry Street, and If I Ran the Zoo. In a statement, Dr. Seuss Enterprises said ceasing sales of these books is only part of our commitment and our broader plan to ensure Dr. Seuss Enterprises' catalog represent and supports all communities and families. The decision was actually made last year after months of discussion, and despite how much Dr. Seuss books are loved by millions around the world for its positive values in many of his works, including environmentalism and tolerance, there has been increasing criticism in recent years over the way Asians, Blacks, and others are drawn in some of his most beloved children's books. Dr. Seuss Enterprises said they are committed to listening and learning and will continue to review our entire portfolio. The California Department of Motor Vehicles is warning customers of a scam that includes a text message asking for personal information related to the Real ID. DMV officials say anyone who receives a text message phishing scam should ignore or delete the messages or emails requesting sensitive information. The DMV does not send unsolicited requests for information, and it never asks for personal information outside of a secure DMV account accessed by the customer. Customers can report the phishing attack to the Federal Trade Commission at ftc.gov/complaint, or you can forward the phishing email to the Anti-Phishing Working Group at reportphishing@apwg.org. Retail giant Walmart is making it a little easier to shop online and avoid making an in-store visit. Walmart announced they are lifting the minimum requirement for completing an order through its express delivery service. Previously, shoppers would need to meet a $35 minimum order on its delivery service, which would bring items to customers in less than 2 hours. In a Walmart statement, officials said they're removing the minimum to make it even easier for customers to get what they need when they need it. The company's express delivery is available at 3,000 Walmart stores. It typically costs $10 on top of the existing delivery charge. And if you're a Walmart Plus member, then you only pay $10 for an order. Walmart expanded its express delivery option last year due to the pandemic as more Americans avoided shopping in person, giving millions the option to pick up curbside or choose to have their items delivered to their door. Tickets go on sale for Disney's unique food and beverage event soon. Beginning Thursday, March 4th, Disney fans can go online and purchase entry for A Touch of Disney, a limited capacity event at Disney California Adventure Park beginning on March 18th. World-famous food and beverage offerings from around the resort, along with fan favorites including churros and Dole Whip, and some new items will be available. Beginning on March 11th, guests can also make reservations at the exclusive Lamplight Lounge and Carthay Circle Lounge. There will be scheduled appearances by Disney characters such as Mickey and Minnie, and you'll be able to pose for pictures at unique pop-up photo locations. This announcement also means about 1,000 Disney employees or cast members will be able to return to work. The experience starts at $75, which includes admission, parking, and unlimited photo pass downloads, along with a $25 dining card. The event will be offered Thursdays through Mondays from noon until 8 p.m. The highly anticipated opening of Raising Cane's is finally here, and the Torrance Chamber of Commerce and the City of Torrance provided a warm welcome for this special day.
Raising Cane's!
A COVID-compliant, socially distanced ribbon-cutting ceremony was held at Raising Cane's this morning. Located on Hawthorne Boulevard between 230th Street and Lomita Boulevard, you can now get your fix of the restaurant's popular crispy chicken fingers. While their dining room is not open just yet, you can order takeout and visit their drive-thru. For today's special occasion, the first lucky customer who ordered through the drive-thru and the first customer to order in the restaurant received a gift basket courtesy of Raising Cane's. Torrance is their newest West Coast location to open. The company was founded in 1996 and has more than 470 restaurants in 27 states. The Torrance City Council will meet online tonight to conduct city business. On the agenda, items include a proclamation declaring March 7th through the 14th as California Arbor Week in the city of Torrance. The city manager will also give updates to the city's COVID-19 response and recovery efforts. There are also a number of administrative matters that are scheduled for tonight's meeting. You can read the full agenda online now at torranceca.gov, and you can also tune in to the live meeting taking place beginning at 7 p.m. right here on our channel, online, and on the city's social media platforms. Well, before we go, at the end of each program, we like to share stories from our community, feel-good pictures, images, and videos that remind us of how resilient our community is and how Torrance truly cares. Takeout Tuesday is here, and if you're looking for a reason to stay out of the kitchen tonight, we've got more than a few. In an effort to help boost the local economy, the City of Torrance launched Takeout Tuesday as a campaign to support local businesses hit hardest by the pandemic. You can find a list of restaurants offering takeout at torranceca.gov/COVID-19. And now, with many restaurants offering outdoor dining once again, there are so many places to visit in Torrance. And if you're a restaurant owner that would like to get on that list, just email webmaster@torranceca.gov. Now, if you have a great story, upcoming event, a photo, or video you'd like to share, Email us at covid19today@torranceca.gov. We'd love to hear from you. Well, that's our update for COVID-19 today. I'll be back here tomorrow filling in for Christine Lee to bring you the latest. Be safe, stay healthy, and thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.